Hey, Rob, good to be back.
Hey, Jim, good to see you.
Had a general topic. There's a lot of details I know we can get into about it, but I wanted to ask you, okay, so SDC International Shipping is an international household moving company, right? And so you guys specialize in making sure that all the things that anywhere from an individual to a family, young, old, everything with the household is taken into consideration when you're going through the whole process. But you're located in Los Angeles as the home base.
Right.
Let's say, let's just imagine the map of the United States. So sometimes maybe somebody's moving from, let's say, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Florida, Chicago. What changes based on, well, first of all, you handle all those areas, right?
Right. So we have offices uh, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Denver, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, Miami. I said Houston, Dallas, Atlanta, and then other places as well. But those are sort of primary hubs. But our headquarters are here in Los Angeles area. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say hubs, in other words, you have to be near where the ports are.
Yeah, so that's a really good topic actually. International shipping. I don't care if you're going to the Philippines or you're going to Australia, or if you're going to France or you're going to Italy, or South Africa. Obviously it's going to ship on a boat unless a client is shipping by way of air, which we do.
Yeah.
It's the not as many people do that as ocean because of the cost involved. But let's assume ocean. Yeah, it's going to have to go on a boat. And the major shipping ports, of course, are Chicago and New York and Charleston and Savannah and Miami and Houston and Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle. But we move people from anywhere,
Yeah.
right? When it is not an ocean port city or real close to one, where I can just take a container right up there and get it, take it back to the port. When it's more inland, Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Mm.
Boise, Idaho, Memphis, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, that kind of thing. In those situations, then our team has to go. Well, first of all, we'll analyze it from a logistics standpoint.
Yeah.
Is there a dry port there? Dry port meaning we still put it in a container, and then the container goes on a rail, and the train takes it to whichever wet port, whether it be Houston or Chicago or New York, Los Angeles, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, if it's a dry port, then we'll handle it that way. It's almost like the same as an ocean port to the client. They don't have to worry about it. We've got it. It's going to go. Well, they never have to worry about it, but it's still going in a container. It's going to go on a rail for a while and then a boat.
Yeah.
In other situations where there isn't a dry port, then the items are going to have to be, our team is going to have to come out, pick everything up, wrap, protect, pack if necessary, everything that's the right way to do it, and then take it back to our place and in one of our hubs, offload, and then reload into the container for ocean shipping.
I
So
got
in those situations, like Atlanta, like Memphis, like Boise, Idaho, Tulsa, Salt Lake City, um, in the Spokane, that's just an extra layer of logistics. And what's important there is, stop me if I'm just kind of going along. I'm
No, you're
thinking it's
good. Yeah. No,
okay.
it's interesting.
The challenge there is, I think, for clients, they need to keep in mind if they're in one of these non-port cities, there are extra layers of logistics, which requires extra layers of expertise, staying on top of things, follow up, follow through. And sometimes what can happen is a company isn't really prepared to handle this. They quoted a low price, and now they're trying to find someone, scrambling, trying to find someone who can get the goods from Boise to here and then to there so they can get it to Houston, and no one will do it for the price that they kind of were hoping for. And
Yeah.
so then it sits in storage somewhere for who knows how long, and now it's accruing cost in storage, and the client's like, it's been 6 months and it's still in, you know
Yeah.
Memphis. what is going on? And then, it can become a disaster. So
Yeah.
it it's really important, especially for clients that are not on a port in a port city, to work with a company that has done this. This is not their first rodeo, and are going to look at the options and exactly logistically how it gets done beforehand, rather than saying, "Oh, we can do this for some low amount of money. Thank you," and then it's
Yeah.
disaster. Yeah,
So, I mean, if I'm the customer, let's say I'm going through this process for the first time, I don't know
yeah,
one shipping company from another,
right.
I don't understand the language, I don't understand the logistics beside the basics. So, what can I do to not get caught with a company? Well, I could call SDC, right? You guys know
Yeah,
what
of
you're
course you can
doing.
call us, and what am I? Well,
What
they're
what
gonna, but and we are, but I would say to any client, I always do, look, look at everyone's reviews. Look at
yeah,
Google reviews, look at Yelp reviews, understand that. I think we all at this point in our technological lives understand that no matter how good you are, you're going to get bad reviews. It's
yep,
just human nature, and you know, people do that. But look at the overall. Look
yeah,
at the average, and so we're probably 4.5 stars out of 5, and got some crazy bad ones, and whatever. Um, People do that. But if you see a company that's like 2 stars, or 1.5 stars, or 2.5 stars,
yeah,
understand that a lot of the clients, probably half or more, were dissatisfied, and
yeah.
there's a reason. And there's probably some of them are not legitimate, but a lot of them obviously are.
Yeah,
That's the
I've
important thing to
I've
do.
I've noticed the Better Business Bureau. I went to there a few times just to check out, and even SDC has a great rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah,
One of the things is that it's harder to fake good or bad, with the Better
yeah,
Business Bureau because they're
right.
more, they're not like Yelp.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah,
Yelp doesn't sue me.
yeah,
But anyway, no matter what you're doing, the competition sometimes will hire people to post bad reviews, and companies
yeah.
sometimes hire people to post good reviews. But yeah, you're right. When you look at the all of them as a whole, you get a kind of a feel if there's
Look at
something.
the totality and get a feel for it. Exactly.
Yeah,
Anyone could leave a bad review on you. Anyone could leave. I mean, I guess companies can hire somebody to leave good reviews.
yeah,
We don't mess around with that. We just try to provide a good product at the best possible price we can and
yeah,
keep the lights on. And we want good reviews. That's our lifeblood.
yeah,
So I would say look at reviews, look at the totality of them. That's
yeah.
important.
And also that an international moving company that specializes in household moves, that's like a niche within just general international shipping because there's a million and one companies that can move boxes from point A to point B.
Yeah, I mean, and there are moving companies, just giant moving companies that sure we'll do some international too. That's not really what they do.
Yeah,
That could be a challenge for a client
yeah,
ultimately. And then there are companies that aren't companies. You got companies that are brokers. They've got a website. They look like a company,
yeah,
but they're a broker, and they're gonna hire me. They take
yeah.
my price and double it. Because they're not really a mover. They're just a broker.
I noticed that also one of the bigger companies that you can find online. I'm not going to name any names, but I was looking them up, and it seemed like they had like a presence in everywhere. It seemed like they were everywhere, and I was wondering,
Exactly.
well, how did this company get so big? And so I was just curious. I went through the process of asking some questions, and it just offloaded me to a local moving company, in my area.
Talk to Sam's Moving and Storage. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you hire company A, but you really get company B doing the
And
move.
there's going to be a C in there because B is probably going to hire C. C might
Yeah,
hire D. I mean, I got to tell you, you got to watch out and clients got to watch out and make sure that they're dealing with someone who's legit. And I
yeah,
think in the international door-to-door moving world, it's important to work with someone who's they're prime. That means they're doing the whole thing
yeah,
basically. Do we own the agent in Italy? No,
yeah,
but we work with one agent in Italy, and we've worked with them forever, and they follow our standards, and we follow their standards, And it's high quality. It's not
Yeah,
going on
I
Craigslist.
understand.
Who can move something? I've got a load on Saturday, and hope for the best. It's not like that. So yeah, that's really important.
Yeah. All right, Rob. Well, I will put your number on the screen as
Great.
always.
All
Great
right,
talking
great.
to
I'm here ready and able to help anyone with their move,
whether
no
you're
matter
in the
where it is or no
Northeast
matter
or the
where it comes from.
Southwest.
Could be coming from Salt Lake or Provo. We got you.
All right. Hey, good talking to you, Rob. I'll catch up with you next
Likewise.
week.
Sounds good, Jim.
All
See you
righty.
later.
All right. Bye bye.